So, slam does not have to be memorized, though it's a lot easier to engage your audience and make eye contact. I taught public speaking at UNM for 3 semesters, so this is what I push. It's a lot easier to engage your audience and create eye contact when you're not hiding behind a page. But, you know, you practice how you play. So I tell people, if you're gonna read it, practice reading it and reading it in an engaging manner. There's plenty of people that do very well in the National Poetry Slam that go up on page because their writing is freaking amazing, so they could literally like read it in Ben Stein's voice and it would still be awesome. But they don't need to do as much to get theirs to go like I do. But still, the connection is what's important. That's what the community is, right? And that's really what the slam was formed out of, creating community in listening to poetry and not just saying, I have a bunch of letters after my name and wrote a bunch of books and I'm a great poet. And even if you don't know what I'm talking about, you should sit in the quiet Barnes and Nobles and golf clap after I'm done and then try to figure out later what I was talking about. So you know, that's the slam. I brought a lot of pieces to read because I never get to like read them often because they're either too long for the slam or not cool enough for the slam. And so I think that they're great work and they pertain to it tonight. But I also brought some of the classics, some people that created the setting for which artists, not just black artists, but artists in general, can slam today, right? So you always got to know who came before you and kind of laid the groundwork. So I just brought a couple of people to speak to a couple different eras, and I'll intersperse them in between the two sets. I know that since I'm a poetry nerd, I could do this all night, but sometimes people's mental capacity for poetry is like 10 minutes. So I figure we'll do like a little set, we'll take a break, we'll go eat, visit the art, which is the real star of the show, and then if you guys feel like it, and it doesn't feel like 8th grade English all over again, we can do some more, right?
Now, the thing that I'm working on now over here is kind of like, not the last stage of my life, but it has to do with giving people something that they don't see anywhere else. And so I started working the murals about 15 years ago. And so I have murals everywhere, but it's all clay. So this is clay. This is glass, stained glass, see? But this is clay. And what I do is I throw the forms on the wheel, on the pottery wheel, and then I cut them in half, and then I create a surface, underneath surface, so it's a closed shape. And then I cut it into sections, because I cannot fire it in the kiln as one piece. So I cut it into sections, fire it in the kiln, and when it comes out of the kiln, then I put it together and create the frame for it. So I have long ones and big ones and all types. I call them architectural clay wall pieces. I just hung one down at the Hyatt that's hanging there. It's on the 2nd level. It's a large piece. And I have over 6 businesses within the city, doctors and dentists and lawyers who have my artwork like this hanging on their wall. And it's really neat because why the glass? Well, the glass is iridescent. And when the sunlight comes in, it can change. And it's, you know, it vibrates. It doesn't, see, like regular paintings, they just sit there.
This family is from Ute, Colorado. And here I put a picture of the father of the little girl and his brother-in-law, just to show that this is a family and that culturally and otherwise there's a great deal of understanding and love between the two peoples. I started this after the Cherokee Nation decided to disenroll some of the freedmen, the black Cherokee members, who had well over the blood quantum to become a member of the tribe. So, and I'm myself, Kovo Confederacy, Huron Wyandot, on my father's side, and on my mother's side, multiracial, North etc. So I thank you for enjoying this. It's a multimedia with a lot of feathers, and this is a Nigerian style of artwork where I deal with the beads. I will probably have 15 paintings by the end of the year.
Okay, this is Isaiah tape again. This is one of my pieces, acrylic on canvas board, and it's called Mystic. Again, incorporating the idea of how music plays into meditative thoughts and translating that over into a canvas to demonstrate that this piece in particular is of a female, and having only the lips showing to indicate that she's luxurious and that she has a voice, even though she has no other things that can be recognizable as a face or a feature. And it's the mysticism of it all is the fact that she is there and twined with the music and the instruments, and that all of that plays together to demonstrate that the good harmony about it brings out the vibrant color of the yellow. And that's what I try to demonstrate with this one.
On being brought from Africa to America. 'Twas mercy brought me from my pagan land, taught my benighted soul to understand that there's a God, that there's a Savior too. Once I redemption neither sought nor knew. Some view our sable race with scornful eye. Their color is a diabolic dye. Remember, Christians, Negroes black as Cain, may be refined and join the angelic train. Phyllis Wheatley. The Birmingham Faithful, a sonnet for 4 little girls. There are so many things worth dying for that it's hard to find the things that are not. 4 little boys prayed and 4 little girls prayed more. Both thought this was the way to find their God. Prayed for and prayed on, like us it was both. Us savage animists murdered of our worship, sailed us their religion baptized by boat, black built backing a belief that bombs churches. Not just 63, 1996. The one window left had a faceless Christ, standing stained, knocking at a door but living, to save 4 other little girls from 4 guys. Pale as the Lord they passed themselves off as. An angel full Sunday school flunked the whole entire class. Claude McKay. Exhortation, summer 1919. I'm a big fan of Claude McKay. He's like my favorite from that era. So if I get all like schoolgirly, this is like me reading a Jonas Brothers song if I was a teenage girl, right? It's exciting, very exciting. Through the pregnant universe rumbles life's terrific thunder, and earth's bowels quake with terror, strange and terrible storms break. Lightning torches flame the heavens, kindling souls of men thereunder. Africa, long ages sleeping, O my motherland, awake. In the east the clouds glow crimson with the new dawn that is breaking, and its golden glory fills the western skies. O my brothers and my sisters, wake, arise. For the new birth rends the old earth, and the very dead are waking. Ghosts are turned flesh, throwing off the grave's disguise, and the foolish, even children, are made wise. For the big earth groans in travail for the strong, new world in making. O my brothers, dreaming for dim centuries, wake from sleeping, to the east turn your eyes. Oh, the night is sweet for sleeping, but the shining days for working. Sons of the seductive night, for your children's sake. From the deep primeval forest where the crouching leopards lurking, lift your heavy-lidded eyes, Ethiopia, awake. In the east the clouds glow crimson with the new dawn that is breaking, and its golden glory fills the western skies. Oh, my brothers and my sisters, wake, arise. For the new birth rends the old earth, and the very dead are waking. Ghosts have turned flesh, throwing off the grave's disguise, and the foolish, even children, are made wise. For the big earth groans in travail for the strong, new world in making. Oh, my brothers, dreaming for long centuries, wake from sleeping, to the east turn your eyes.